I'm Emily V. Gordon, and I am the co-creator of Little America on Apple TV.
I'm Gloria Calderón Kellett, and I most recently was the co-showrunner of One Day at a Time. And I have a new show called With Love that is coming soon to Amazon Prime Video. And I have a movie with Natasha Rothwell called We Were There Too that is set in the 80s.
I haven't made anything set in the 80s, but it is a goal. It is a goal. And today we are going to be talking about our top 5 80s dance montages.
You are watching Blacklisting with the Blacklist.
Okay, so my number 5 is truly going to be almost any sequence set in Purple Rain when Prince, the kid, is performing. I'm a lifelong Prince fan, and I just remember being a kid and going, I just want to be there. I just want to be right there.
I'm about to tell you something embarrassing. Never seen it. Wasn't allowed because there was like some big sex scene or something in it, right? I snuck into other ones or got to see stuff at slumber parties.
Yeah.
Never. Now I have to see it today. To open with Purple Rain just makes like your cool factor 5,000. My number 5, Footloose. Specifically the barn sequence, but I'm happy with many of the sequences in the movie Footloose.
I'm about to tell you something. Your number 5 is a movie I've never seen.
Emily V. Gordon.
This is where we are. Okay, now I am aware of this scene because he like runs up on a wall and like he's just really feeling himself.
I don't know if it's somebody else, but there was a real like sexual awakening for me where it was like men moving their bodies. There's so many great dance sequences in that movie though. You have to watch it.
Yes. Okay.
Number 4 is Breakfast Club. So I wanted to focus specifically on the girls because that move that Molly Ringwald did.
Molly Ringwald.
I spent a lot of time.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like really getting it done. Lessons on it. And then the leg goes out. You know what I mean? It's just like, yeah, you can really get in there.
Yeah. That's a great sequence. That's an amazing sequence. Okay, so my number 4 is Dirty Dancing. I've had the time of my life. The end dance sequence of that movie.
Yeah.
The summer that movie came out, I was at all-girls summer camp, and we had like a dance at the end of the summer camp. And I'm 5'10", and so at like 10 or 11, I was like a foot and a half taller than every other girl, and therefore I was asked to be the Patrick Swayze on a constant basis. So I spent my summer at this dance just trying to lift.
Oh my God. I'm tiny. I'm 5'1". We're gonna be real. When we meet in person, it's gonna be a real hug.
I can't wait. This is very exciting. Okay, so number 3 for me is Do the Right Thing. The opening credits with Rosie Perez, really giving it. The way that she's able to express her emotions by dancing is, I've never seen anything like it. I've never to this day.
Because she really gives. She really does give it.
And it's in her. And I'm
face.
Yes.
Face.
She gives such great face on top of being an amazing dancer. So that sequence was really quite formative for me, both as a young person who kind of fully didn't get the movie, if I'm being honest, and then as an adult being like, holy shit, holy shit.
Telling a whole story. She's
telling a whole story. That's exactly right.
Okay. My number 3 is Can't Buy Me Love. So for me, do you have this one?
No, but I love this one. Sorry, go ahead. What is it?
This one for me was this dance. Okay.
Yeah.
First of all, again, problematic watching PBS African dancing and then literally appropriating it. The perception of what is cool and what is not cool, and taking something and making it like, oh, this is the thing, and then everyone being a sheep and following it. That moment was so formative to me. It's such a light 80s thing, but it was so like, oh, it's huge.
Yeah.
So my number 2, Pretty in Pink, the amazing John Cryer dancing to Try a Little Tenderness, Little Otis Redding.
I should have had that. It's so dumb that I didn't put this one on my list.
First of all, he lip syncs like a dream, dancing and doing like a full like air band to this woman he loves.
That record store where Annie Potts, who is the coolest, I wanted to live in those, like in that scene specifically of like, I'd hang out with you, Ducky. I would love to hang out with you.
I would have been in love with Ducky. When I met John Cryer years later, I like lost my mind. I was like, Can I hold you? I did. I held him, and it was beautiful.
Okay, so this is Girls Just Want to Have Fun.
Almost on my list. This was almost on my list.
Girls Just Want to Have Fun. The final dance sequence to Orbital Bebop, Dancing in Heaven by Q Thiel.
Slow.
Quick, slow. But that final sequence, I remember getting the VHS and trying to copy the moves. And so I kept rewinding and starting it over and writing down what the moves were. Cause I was like, I'm going to get this.
Yes.
And in the sequence, it's like 3 or 4 different couples, just absolutely like taking turns, giving it their all to this truly astounding song that I still love very, very much.
Same.
Yep.
I love that this was a hard one for me.
Number 1 for me
really
is Breaking
really solid.
Breaking to Electric Boogaloo. The dance sequence where Turbo, similar to Inception, Chris Nolan stole this years later.
Yep.
He dances on the ceiling of a small bedroom. It's only occurred to me recently how much Breaking to Electric Boogaloo, how important it is to. It was on HBO a lot when I was a kid, which is how I got to see it. This dance sequence, I never could imitate it. It never made me want to go to dance class. And never in a billion years was I like, I could maybe do that if I worked really hard. It felt otherworldly. And that's what I loved about it. It's like it was just human beings who were doing something that was absolutely otherworldly to me. It's the best.
Love it.
Yeah.
I love it. My number 1, I had to keep it quiet, is Dirty Dancing. Of course it is. Of course it is. Now, mine though is not the last.
Okay.
Scene. Mine is the sex scene, right before the sex scene. I don't know that anything was sexier. Let me tell you, the move where he puts her arm over the head and goes down her arm, and there's like a touch of side boob.
Yep. And she's like laughing, and he's like, yeah, she was not supposed to laugh at all. And he was getting actually frustrated with her. Because she kept laughing over and over again, and it just kept happening. And they ended up putting that in the movie, all the takes of them trying to get this one moment, because it shows like it's just like this frisson. My husband had never seen that movie until quarantine. We watched that like early quarantine.
And Fresh Eyes.
Fresh Eyes. He was like, this is amazing. He was like, it's about abortion. And I was like, also, it's about abortion.
Right? Yeah.
Yes, right.
They slid that in.
What a great number 1. What a great number 1.
Did we do it?
We did.
Did we do it? We did
We got through all 10.
We did it.
Yeah.
Thank you to our audience for watching us fall in love, really. I mean, I was going to say it.
Yeah.
We're really realizing how formative these movies for us.
The sexual nerds that we are.